Hi guys, I am Swati and I am an opinion writer with Indian Folk. My latest article is titled Domestic Space, a Safe Haven. Or is it? A family, a home. It is such a place where all of us find our peace. It is somewhere where we find security, where we feel safe, and where we feel we are actually protected from the entire world and where nothing can go wrong. Obviously, it is a place where our values are nurtured, where we grow up, and in the course of our growing years, certain important values are imbibed in us which will actually stay beside us when our family may or may not be along with us, and also where we can actually come back to in after all the kind of dire circumstances that we face in the harsh world around us. A family is a place where we find the kind of support in almost all our endeavors, obviously not in our wrong endeavors, but then it's the kind of place where we find our support mechanism basically. However, the problem occurs when we feel that the domestic space is the most happy, it's the most safe place for us, because the grave reality in India is that the domestic space is the place, it is the hub of several heinous crimes which occur on a very frequent basis, most of which people are unaware of because of our insufficient and inappropriate laws regarding these crimes. If I want to start stating out these crimes and these problems that occur in the domestic space, the list will be endless. However, let us talk of some of the most important ones which have been highlighted in the various feminist movements that have been ongoing in the recent years. Number one is the child abuse. Child abuse has been very recurrent, it's been very frequent, and these are things that which are not talked about on a very open space. However, we know that in India there is a very high rate of child abuse when it comes to families, because specifically families which have a very which have a mindset which is more oriented to professional and academic success, and which cares little about the mental health and the physical well-being of children, which often happens to be overpowered by other factors. The second is domestic violence. We often see that in domestic households, there are several cases where, specifically in the traditional society like India, women are bound to be quiet about what happens in their bedroom, what happens in their living room, and why they should feel responsible for the respect and dignity of their husband and their family in the society. This is what causes domestic violence, and women are often subjected to such harsh treatments, even if not physical. The kind of social, the kind of mental harassment that they undergo often just remains kept inside those four boundaries, and they never get to see the light of day. The third problem happens in the case of marital rape, because this is again a domain which does not have very concrete laws in the Indian Constitution, and which causes immense problem in the society. There are several other problems with regard to the abuse of domestic helps and domestic servants, and these problems just go uncounted and unadhered to, and this is why we need to ponder about how safe the domestic space actually is. If you want to read more on this, please go through my article on indianfolk.com. Thank you.